in the Great Lakes from 1600 to 1815. Yes. So the idea that that book would even cover the original inhabitants of North America is just, it's hilarious.
It definitely covered when you motherfuckers got here. When they say 16 this or 15 that, it's covering when you motherfuckers got here. So like you can act like it don't cover ancient history from 10,000 years ago. No, it don't. But it definitely covered the time period from when you motherfuckers got here. So like you can deny it, but at least read the book if you want to rebut the book. Don't read the clip notes and rebut the book to a person that read the book. He was like, oh Kim, you didn't read the book. What? Read the book and challenge me on anything, but you haven't read the book. So stop it about that book, sir.
To make it a argument based on a single source is spurious.
I gave other sources.
As a former academic and a college professor.
Y'all the problem though. The right wing say that college professors are the fucking problem. So now you want to come with your appeal to authority. I'm a college professor bullshit when the right wing don't accept that bullshit you're talking about.
No, but
you get what I'm saying. But if you are academic, you get what I'm saying. Like you get what I'm saying though, right?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Because you're lying. Because you're lying. Are you going to have a discussion or are you going to talk over me?
I'm talking about
we might have a discussion.
How do conservatives feel about
you want to have a soliloquy or a dialogue?
How do conservatives feel about
oh my God.
left wing professor? Like let me know that. How in America in 2025, how are y'all talked about in this space? Like let's be honest.
I'm not a professor.
You just stood up for it.
I said I was. I'm just trying to have a conversation and
you've been disingenuous.
I'm asking you to cite your sources.
You're not asking me shit. I gave you four. I just gave you 4 books. I gave you 4 books.
I think somebody asked you to put it in the chat.
I gave you 4 books. I don't have.
I put a link above. Hold on. I came up. Listen, I put the link up above to Middle Ground, Indians, Empires, and Republics in the Great Lakes region. A very specific study of the Great Lakes region, by the way. And so, hold on. So this is the book in which Hakima told me makes the case that the original inhabitants of North America, contrary to what archaeologists and anthropologists believe, where they came across the strait and they were descendants of the Mongolian Empire, Hakima makes the argument that these folks came from Africa.
Also genetic haplogroups groups too.
Hey Rob, you can do whatever you want to do with that book. Hey, but like you should at least read it. Like at least read it if you want to challenge it. Like at least read it. Like the book's purpose have its purpose, but in there are fine details that describe the people they're talking about. And when you read the book, and when they give the description, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. It's that book and multiple other books. But at least read it. Like I mean, like if you really want to push back, at least read the book. Like basically, like you trying to be a gatekeeper to American history to the point that they talk.
Hakima, can you tell us where the original inhabitants of North America came from?
They came from America. What the fuck are you talking about?
What do you mean they came from America?
So you think basically, from what you're saying, you think all life started in Africa, right? And I'm okay with that thought if you want to say that. And what point did we believe? In that case, even white people are African. Y'all are black also. So either way, you lose the argument anyway. Like you just a watered down nigga. If that's where you want to go with that argument.
You're using Ivan Van Sertima's claim on the Olmecs way back in the day, 11th or 12th century, and you're using that logic, which I don't know if it's accurate or if it's spurious and has been disproven, but it sounds like that's where you're coming from. The Olmecs of African origin, with the heads that they found in Mexico, are reason and proof as to why Africans were the original individuals in North America.
Well, he was moved down. He knows that we don't use that word in this room.
As it relates to the title, sir, the reason why high IQ immigrants are, at least in Silicon Valley, I can't speak for Texas or Oklahoma, is because there were programs years ago. I've been living there for a long time, even before the EB-5 visa, which some call a Einstein visa. Finding American citizens who are studying STEM in large numbers, particularly computer science, computer engineering, scientists, which is the whole which is the backbone of Silicon Valley, since I've been there, has run in short supply in the 80s, 90s, 1980s, 1990s in Silicon Valley. There might be more younger people studying those hard sciences now, but when I got there, that was not the case as an American. And most of my colleagues and contemporaries, and especially in grad school and then in the workspace, were individuals from other locations around the world. And I'm talking Sunnyvale, Santa Clara, San Jose, Cupertino, Mountain View, Palo Alto, Redwood City, Menlo Park. That's what I mean when I say Silicon Valley.
All right, welcome back to Fast Folks. Let's go sell this.
Yeah, I think Silicon Valley is overrated. I lived in the Bay Area for 40 plus years, and there's no doubt that there's a concentration of wealth and there's a concentration of tech-savvy people, but in 2025, it's no longer even the center of the tech universe. Seattle with Microsoft and Amazon and all the ancillary companies that work out of these hyperscalers. I think I can put a pretty definitive argument together that there's just per capita there's probably more tech folks in Seattle than there are in Silicon Valley.
I can't refute you because I've never been to Seattle. I've been invited, but just between San Francisco and both sides of the bay, the East Bay and the South Bay, all the way down to San Jose and going up to Los Gatos, there's so many companies, and the thing, if you listen to Silicon Valley for a long time, you understand they have very unique things. It has a lot of ridiculously creative people. 2, it has people that are entrepreneurial in their focus. 3, it has the universities, and 4, the most important part that no other place in America has is the money. The level of VC and venture capital funding and startup capital is unparalleled, even outside of Boston and New York. People are more willing to take chances on unknowns, and people have never done it. Well, I don't know if that's the case in Seattle.
Well, it's definitely true 25 years ago, and even up to about 5 years ago, I would say pretty definitively you're correct. But now, these tech companies, I mean, go to south of Market in the city, where it used to be, just 5 years ago, was filled with tech startups. It's a ghost town.
Yeah, and I was there. My office is on 2nd, and I know.
Yeah, so
we're doing COVID, we left.
So it's a ghost town, right? So here's the point, right? Over the last 5 years, Silicon Valley's been decentralized, and in fact, Seattle's tech hub is going to change quite drastically as well. When Amazon decided several years ago that they were going to set up new headquarters elsewhere, they picked 2 locations, both on the East Coast, by the way. But tech companies are going to be leaving, especially these AI companies. There's a bunch of them in Seattle. There's a few of them in Silicon Valley that are definitely worth mentioning. These companies, they're there to get the investment dollars, but as soon as they get once they're to B round, dude, they're hightailing it. They're all going to go to Austin. And the reason they will is because there's no way that these AI companies, with the type of money that they're going to make, is going to want to be beholden to the regulations and the taxation of California. They just won't.
Makes sense. I know that still when companies are starting, especially AI, let's be clear. Software, computer science, computer engineering that are now using agentic AI, a lot of them start in San Francisco, the Bay Area. That's why it's still the leading AI, OpenAI, Anthropic, Databricks, Scale AI, and on and on and on. Now, they may move other places, but they're not solely based in SF or the Bay Area. Like NVIDIA, Microsoft, Apple, Google, they're not solely based in the Bay Area, but a lot of things that are started. Now, if these could be different since COVID, I don't know.
Listen, as long as the investment capital it lives in the area, as long as the Andreessens and the Ben Horowitz of the world and all of the different incubators, as long as those folks are in the Bay, people are going to make their tour through there. There's an endless number of startups that I can talk to you about where people worked on the East Coast or the Midwest, and then they have an idea for a startup, and then they would just go get a Regis or a WeWork out of somewhere like in the city or maybe in Mountain View, somewhere over by Castro and California Street over in Mountain View. They'll do that to be able to say, hey, look, we're here, let's get the money. But then when they start hiring people, the people that they're hiring are going to be in places like Hyderabad, they're going to be in Tel Aviv, they're going to be spread across the entire United States. What nobody's doing in 2025 is going to Silicon Valley, asking for the money, and then saying, I'm going to build this huge headquarters. In fact, the only people that are doing stuff like that is something that's already been well established, like a Salesforce. When you see them build the Salesforce tower, and by the way, they're building these towers outside of San Francisco as well, it's because they're already well established. That tech startup thing that used to need to live in Silicon Valley, they're only there grabbing the money and they're getting out.
Okay, I know Salesforce. I was listening to an interview from Mark Benioff from Salesforce recently, and he said that 30 to 50% of their 30 to 50% of their costs for engineering, we're talking computer engineering or computer science, is now being done by agentic AI and whatnot. So, which means, I think they just laid 1,000 people off recently. And I heard my friend called me from the East Coast and said Microsoft laid off a bunch of people. So yeah, you're right. I don't know. I would still tell a young person. I would tell my 25-year-old self, or 20 right out of undergrad years ago or grad school, 25-year-old self, if you have something that's hot and it's unique and it's novel and you think you can have the right product market fit, put yourself in a co-working space in SF and pitch if you want to live in the city, if you want to live down in the suburbs, Silicon Valley, but really live in the city and just go down to Sand Hill Road, right there in Mountain View, Palo Alto border, off of El Camino Real. Put yourself there, get the money, and when it's time to scale and grow, like you said, Brazil.
I think the advice that you're giving was good advice up until about 5 years ago. I can tell you that right there on El Camino, right next to the tattoo shop at a dumpy little Italian restaurant called Frankie, Johnny, and Luigi's, like some of the biggest transactions that the world's ever seen have happened right there in that little dumpy Italian restaurant on El Camino Real. So it's true that was the epicenter. I think that the regulation and the taxation of California has changed that, though. People do not want to be there. They don't want to stay there. If they can avoid going there, they absolutely will avoid going there, and it's going to continue to get worse. I think Silicon Valley is going to have a different problem in a few years because you're going to see people leaving in such droves unless the state decides to bend a knee to them, and in order to do that, you'd have to change the entire body politic of California.
Bend the knee to whom?
When it comes to high tech, right? First of all, not all tech sectors have centralized in Silicon Valley ever. Like, for example, cybersecurity, Silicon Valley way behind Israel when it comes to cybersecurity. Right? They're like all of the great cybersecurity companies come out of Israel, and then what will happen is large companies that are selling hardware that are established companies. They will go buy the up and coming, bleeding edge tech from these Israeli startups, and they will embed it into their hardware. And in some cases, even that's becoming irrelevant because people are now building cloud native apps, and so they don't even need the hardware. So when it comes to cybersecurity, for example, the ground zero is absolutely in Israel. And then even like it depends on what you mean by tech. Like if what we're talking about is the AI stuff, I would guess that in the next 10 to 15 years, you're going to see the biggest changes coming out. You'll still see some of the companies like Google and Facebook being a huge part of that. But the startups that you're going to see, I think you're going to see those startups in AI coming out of Seattle.
I just want to say something because right now I know the whole topic is talk about AI and computer science. So right now AI is the key for changing this entire industry. But you guys know AI can run something faster than a lot of systems. So how can we collaborate with, how can these workers collaborate with AI and build a very, very secure cybersecurity system?
So
yeah.
what Mojo said, California is still the top security companies in the world. Palo Alto Networks, CrowdStrike, Fortinet, Scalar, Okra.
Well, Fortinet's Sunnyvale office is actually not their headquarters. It's in Burnaby, Vancouver.
Okay.
What part of the Bay Area did you live in, Carlos?
Sunnyvale, Mountain View, and then San Francisco.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So here's why Seattle is going to be the hub when it comes to AI. It's because the hyperscalers are here. You have Amazon, you have AWS, and you have Azure. The reason the biggest competitors to that are in the Bay Area. The Bay Area will play second fiddle, and that's Oracle Cloud and Google Cloud. So as long as you have these hyperscalers here, you're going to need them if you're building an AI company, and then you're going to have to be in a place where you can get massive amounts of bandwidth, and the Westin in Seattle provides for that. There's also some big data centers in the Bay Area for sure, but I would guess because of the amount of bandwidth that you're going to need, you're going to see the Westin in Seattle still be a major hub, but you also see DC, because DC was built from pushing massive amounts of bandwidth. So you will see a lot of these AI companies start in Seattle, build those relationships with Microsoft and with Amazon, and then as soon as they can breathe on their own, a lot of them are going to move to DC to headquarter things, but just because of the bandwidth that's accessible in DC.
I'm not anti those places. I'm just saying, as of March 2025, 32 out of 50 of the top AI companies in the world are located in the Bay Area.
Yeah, I don't think that changes anything that I just said.
Okay. Have you lived or been to Seattle, by the way? I haven't. I'm just asking.
I lived in Silicon Valley for over 40 years, and then I spent the last 8 years in the Pacific Northwest.
I'm talking about the rent and the housing prices. Do you like the weather there in comparison to Silicon Valley?
Well, the weather informs the the scenery. So I would much rather drive down the highway in the Pacific Northwest and see green trees than see the brown hills going over 280.
Hey, Roger, back down. Sorry, go ahead.
Understood. I got a spot out in what's the ocean spot? Going over the hill, over the 17 to the ocean. For a while, Santa Cruz. So I understand beauty and green trees and ocean. Completely understand. But then I also love cities. So yeah, that's why I left Silicon Valley and moved up into SF.
Yeah, I'm the exact opposite. I like the suburbs. When I lived in the Bay, I grew up in, first I was in Oakland, then I was in Hayward, and then as soon as I had a big boy job, I got into Pleasanton, tried to get as far out of the city as I could, but still go to the city when I needed to.
Yeah, I was the exact opposite. I moved there when I was younger from a large city, Los Angeles, to San Francisco, smaller city, well, Silicon Valley, then SF, and I like cities. And then New York City, moving into Manhattan, I just like the efficiency of it all.
Do you know what the biggest difference between San Francisco and Seattle is?
Probably the use of concrete.
It's actually the biggest difference between San Francisco and Seattle is the smell. Because Seattle gets rain, you don't have to smell the urine from the homeless people that hang out in the morning.
Where in San Francisco are you talking about? Where the urine? Where are you talking about?
Well, it's all over now. I mean, just the last time I was there, I even posted a photograph. There was human shit right outside the hotel. That was right along where the Giants play. Are you
talking about on Second? Yeah, I'm talking about. I lived on the other side of town. It's beautiful in Twin Peaks.
Yeah, look, Twin Peaks is always going to be nice.
And the marina.
Correct. The marina, Pack Heights. There's definitely nice neighborhoods. In fact, they turned some of the shittiest neighborhoods of San Francisco into some pretty fun stuff. I don't know if you're familiar with Dog Patch, but or Ventura Hill. Those areas were. They were pretty rough. But the mission will always be the mission. What's crazy is that Soma and the financial district now smell like the mission.
Really interesting. Yeah, my house was in Twin Peaks, and then first it was the Richmond district, Twin Peaks, and then the marina. Or do you know where Cow Hollow is?
Yep.
So there's nothing going on over there. There's no crappy smelling going on over there.
No, Cow Hollow, I can't think of the name of it now, but they had this really good little breakfast spot over there where you get your billionaire bacon. I forget the goddamn name of it, but that was even worth a drive, like from the East Bay to go check out. But yeah, Cow Hollow was cool. But go down Montgomery. Montgomery used to have nothing but startups, and I mean, shit. Even go to the Trans-American Building. That's this like the site that people come to the city to go see. Well, that whole area, it's nothing but drugs, crime, and literal human shit.
Yo, Roger, what's the area that has like the rolling, like the straight up and down rolling hills? You know, an area.
Heights.
Maybe. It's like the one you see in movies all the time. So my dad and I were walking.
We're probably
down
going down Lombard. It
was like a main drag, yeah. And my dad and I were walking, and there was this older African American guy, and he was like spraying this stuff on the ground. And I was like, "So what are you doing?" And he's like cleaning up feces, and like for a second my brain didn't recognize the word feces, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And he was using one of those like weed sprayers, and he's like a city worker guy, but he was using one of the weed sprayers, and he was spraying like this detergent stuff on it, and then he was like scrubbing it with a scrub brush, and then pressure washing it out in the street on the sidewalk.
Yeah, SF was a place where you had in a small concentrated area a lot of haves and a lot of have-nots in a very near downtown San Francisco area. When you go out to other parts of the city, like the Marina District or the Richmond District, which is way out by the park, or the Sunset District, or Noe Valley, it's going to be a different, it typically tends to be a different environment.
The Japanese Garden's beautiful.
one
Yeah,
person is in
very
the hospital
beautiful.
with
Very
Actually, if you guys want to see a hidden gem, go into Hayward, California, where they have a Japanese garden. I've lived in Hayward for many, many years, and it was such a well-kept secret that fucking I had no idea that it even existed. It's one of the most beautiful things that you'll see in the East Bay, and they kept it a secret. They did a really good job of not letting little fucking kids like me, when I was running around being a little asshole, we had no idea that it was right there in our back.
Roger, I have a question. I'm not a big drinker, but I know you have had experience with alcohol, so you may know the answer to this. We ate at Skoma's, and I had tried my first martini, and she brought it out, set it down, and I took a sip, and it tastes like fucking ocean water, and I spit it back into the thing.
Was it a dirty martini?
I don't know, dude. It tastes like I was. It tastes like I was taking a cup out of the ocean and then just drinking it. It had that fucking salt taste.
Yeah, if it's salty, it was a dirty martini. That was olive juice.
Yeah, it literally. I've tasted it one other time in a Filipino dish, and it tastes like I was licking a fucking fish out of the ocean.
What exactly is in a dirty martini? I don't drink. What's in?
It depends if you're getting a vodka martini or if you're getting a gin martini, but you're gonna mix it with vermouth and then you could either put an olive juice in it if you want to garnish it. But
sorry. They bring me the second one they brought me was it was some type of citrus one, and it had like an orange peel in it, and that was actually really good.
That could be a lot of different drinks.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Is vermouth alcohol or just a sweetener?
It is a liqueur. It's low alcohol content, probably about 40 proof.
Yeah, well, it's just been a vodka guy. I can't do any like whiskeys or scotch or brandy or anything. As soon as it hits my mouth, even if it's mixed, it just gags me, and I spit it out. But the only thing I can tolerate is I can do a little bit of rum and like mojitos, but usually vodka. Just gotta mix it with some kind of like sweets drink, like a Gatorade or something.
Well, I'm not going to tell you the secret to finding alcohols that you like the taste of, because if you're at the age that you are today, drinking problem, you're probably better off. But there are some go-tos that you can go to for people that don't like alcohol. I had an ex-girlfriend that every drink that she had was absolutely fucking delicious, but it would also give you a fucking hangover.
Oh, like real sweet stuff?
Yeah, I could show you drinks that you would drink and not even know that there's alcohol in it, but they would give you worse hangovers than just drinking straight whiskey.
That's the way those the fucking apple cider beers, because of the sugar content and shit, they would always give me like a serious fucking like migraine in the back of my head. But yeah, I can't do anything strong. It's fucking gaggery.
So question, if you're drinking alcohol and then when you finish, you drink lots of water to like hydrate you, does that help with the sugar content? Diluting sugar content?
So the sugar's giving you a different problem. It's that spike of sugar that's going to cause some issues for you. But the real problem with a hangover is the loss of electrolytes. If you really want the best way to avoid getting hangovers, take a B6 and a B12 vitamin before you go out drinking, and then in between your drinks, drink something like Pedialyte or Gatorade that gives you your electrolytes, and that's you can go pretty fucking hard and not have a fucking hangover if you do.
See, I've tried to get blackout drunk. I've never blacked out, and I've never been able to forget anything from when I was drunk. Like, I could have, like, detailed conversations, and people would be like, dude, you were, like, laying in a pool of your own vomit. And they'd be like, you don't even, we had this conversation last night, and I would just, like, recite the whole conversation. But my dad's like that, and my brother, so I don't know if it's, like, something genetic. What I would
highly recommend against is this. Some people have this old school remedy of like, he's had a lot to drink, give him some coffee, that'll wake him up. All that does is makes it drunk. Well, and it makes a drunk more alert. Like, I mean, what you want to do if they're super fucking hammered, make sure they do hydrate to some extent. The best thing you can do for a friend that's super fucking drunk is give them a goddamn multivitamin and a bunch of fucking water to pound, and then give them a pillow and let them call it a fucking night.
See, I always had friends, they would get shit-faced as much as I would, because I was only a party drinker. Like, even we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, people would be like, you want to drink a beer with us? I'd be like, oh, I'll get a Coke, you know, or water, whatever. And, but if we were going out to the clubs and going dancing, that was my way of loosening up. But my friends, man, they would get trashed, and they didn't remember anything after, like, you know, a certain amount of alcohol. They were just blackout drunk, and it was like the Hangover movie. And I always wanted to experience that just one time, so I would like push the limits. But then I'd wake up the next morning, I'm like, yeah, I remember how we were talking about this and that, you know, like the entire conversation. And my dad's the same way. It's weird.
Yeah, I was. I would go out with my friends, and the reason why I think that alcohol works, because it didn't work, but the reason why I was attracted to it is I could go out, drink all night, have a bunch of fun. I get super hammered. My friends, at a certain point, their stomach would get upset, they would vomit, and you know, just total alcohol poisoning, but they would get it out of their system. For whatever reason, like, it didn't hit me that way, and then when I would go to sleep, I would be pickled, and then my hangovers were fucking worse than anybody's, because I never threw up when I drank. I would just continue to drink, and then just fucking like stew in it, where it's just marinating my fucking.
See, that's another thing. I don't know if it's like the way I process alcohol, but I've never had a hangover. Like, I would always just wake up the next morning and be like, I feel fine. And everybody else I knew, man, they would just be like, fucking.
Do you typically drink a lot of water, though? Because dehydration.
I do drink a lot of water, yeah, naturally.
Yeah, if you're it's fucking enemy. It would really kill you.
Okay. Yeah, the only time I've ever had what I would consider almost like a hangover type symptom was when I would drink those apple cider fucking beers, and they would just give me like a fucking migraine in the back of my head. It just felt like it felt like I had.
That could have been the sugar, or it could have been the sulfites in it too. That causes headaches for a lot of people as well.
I was always a screwdriver, chilled, no ice, or I would, which actually I guess the electrolytes or the Gatorade would help. But I would go get 2 of those 32-ounce Gatorades and get like a Stolvishna or Pop-Out bottle, the little plastic one. And I grew up in Daytona Beach, Florida, so 6 nights a week, fucking partying our ass off during spring break. And I would pour both the Gatorades halfway out and then just fill it both back with vodka. And I would sip on the first one, and then my buddies would be like, all right, let's go. And then I would just pound the second one, and I would just I would always shake it, you know, keep the third up so it didn't have too much.
Here's something that if somebody has to drink, it doesn't taste good, but if what you're looking to do is drink and you're trying to minimize the negative impact, I would, first of all, remain hydrated, but I would drink shots of Fernet. Fernet actually has some properties that are good for your your gut, surprisingly. And then obviously, if you drink too much, you're gonna probably outweigh the benefits that you have for gut health. But Fernet, it tastes like, imagine Jägermeister but with no sugar in it. It's just like, to me, it's the worst tasting thing in the fucking world.
Like cough syrup.
But the people, it's like cough syrup without any sugar. So it's like, it's the worst of the worst. It's like if somebody gave you like a fancy cough syrup, with no sugar in it, right? And it's just, the people that drink it, they maintain better than anybody I've ever fucking seen. Drinking anything.
What's the cranberry vodka? Is that mattress or mattress? I always get the name wrong.
Vodka cranberry? Well, only fucking fags drink.
Dude, I love cranberry vodka. Everybody always say, what are you on your fucking period? I'm like, it tastes good.
Well, that's because after The Departed came out, you literally can't order a fucking cranberry juice. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when Leonardo DiCaprio fucking, orders it,
yeah, this was before, but yeah, it's still...
Yeah, it's definitely, you know what they call that drink? You know what its official name?
Is it mattress or mattress something, right?
Cosmopolitan. And it's supposed to be served in a highball glass, and you give it to highfalutin.
Okay. Yeah, I always did everything chilled, no ice. I just like to, I like to take the cup, you know, the little plastic cup that they give you at the nightclubs, and I would just stand it up and just slam it.
You know,
I don't like sipping.
Well, here's a way to make yourself tolerate sipping on something. Get yourself a huge cube, not a cube, but like one of those circular ice.
Like spherical ones, yeah.
Yeah, get a huge one that consumes almost the whole cup, and then just pour like 3 fingers of single malt scotch in that, and that's the way to go. Some people don't like to water down their scotch, but for people that aren't like heavy drinkers, that's not only is it classy to fucking drink scotch, but if you put it over ice, it actually it doesn't taste bad. And you will want to sip it. You won't want to pound fucking.
See, my dad loves fucking whiskey, and he would always get like really, really good whiskeys, and he's like, "Come on, suck this pussy," and I would just, the second it hits my mouth, man, I'm just like, I can't. It's not even I can't get it out my throat. I just can't get it past my tongue. It can't. Yeah, it's something about it. I don't know. Yeah, I just woke up one day, and I was like, I don't party anymore. I'm like, I'm just not gonna drink, so I just stopped drinking.
Well, if you're there, I would just stay there. But if you got curious, what I would think, like if I thought that I could drink again and like go have fun with it without it becoming problematic, I would do things like destinations, like go to like Tennessee and like tour a bunch of like whiskey distilleries and shit like that. Like I would just turn it into a destination thing and then make a rule of like, don't have alcohol in the house, don't go hang out on the bars at the weekend or whatever. But like be a destination drink.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like I grew up on Frasier. I mean, like a lot of people, and I always seen that, and I was like, man, just the way he describes the taste and all this kind of stuff, him and Niles, and I'd be like, man, I want to try that so bad. And, you know, I just could never get to it.
For example, if you go into a bar today, you could order a Mai Tai, and it's not going to taste all that well. But if you get on a fucking cruise ship or you're on a tropical island and you get a fucking Mai Tai or a Blue Hawaiian or something like that, or even a Pina Colada, and they serve it to you and they serve it to you fucking with an umbrella in it, there's something magical about certain scenery with certain drinks. I wouldn't advise drinking multiple Mai Tais because that's that whole sugar thing that'll fuck you up and give you a crazy hangover. But the first drink, like if you got off a plane and went to like the Caribbean, order yourself a fucking Mai Tai with an umbrella in it. There's nothing fancier in the world. It's fucking amazing.
See, I like mojitos. I like pina coladas, strawberry daiquiris, all those kind of sweet stuff. I love. I guess the sweetness overpowers it. It's like Coke.
I used to like drinking like a man, so I would go into places and I would order something like an old fashioned or a Manhattan. That's what like old school cat like that. Like if you would.
I drink like a woman.
If you would have walked into a bar in let's say Vegas, circa the 1960s, if you were hanging out with fucking Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin, I guarantee they're going for old fashions in Manhattan.
Yeah, see, that would be cool. I've tried. I'd give the drink back to the bartender. I'd be like, hey, can you give me a mojito?
Yeah, I just want to recommend something like one shot of red wine is good for ladies to have a better sleep every night. So yeah. You can try it. Yeah, it's better for me. Yeah.
You know, one of the alcohols that I really do like and I enjoy with food is soju and sake. I could drink that all day. I love that.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, the rice wines are really good.
The other thing you could do is you could get like Midori and it's a melon liqueur. Cut out a little hole in a watermelon, pour the Midori in there with a bottle of rum, Midori in a watermelon, put it back in the refrigerator and let it sit for for a couple of hours, and then what you do is then you just carve up the watermelon, and you just eat the watermelon that's been infused with the alcohol. That'll get you fucked.
We used to do that up in Kentucky. We'd take the big cooler and all the different fruits and watermelon stuff, and then just pour like big giant bottles of liquor and stuff, and they'd mix it all together and let it ferment a little or like set, and that was actually pretty.
Another good one is like, you know, like people make old school punch with like 7-Up and sherbet ice cream.
Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah, you get some sherbet ice cream. You get some 7-Up, and then you spike that with your favorite. You could put gin, you could put rum, you could put whatever. But that makes for a pretty tasty drink.
Yeah, we would usually do like 7-Up or Sprite in the cooler.
When I first started drinking, we were broke. We would go and we'd get like a homeless guy to buy it for us, and you can get a bottle of Thunderbird and a 10-cent packet of lemon Kool-Aid. You pop open the bottle of Thunderbird, which is just a bottle of really, really cheap wine, and you can buy both of these for less than $2. And you open up the bottle, you put in the lemon Kool-Aid, and then you shake it up, and the lemon Kool-Aid packet gives it just enough flavor for it to not make you just like repulsed by the taste. And so that was the cheapest way to get drunk, was to drink a bottle of Thunderbird and a 10-cent fucking lemon Kool-Aid packet.
Yeah, see, when I was working, when I was like younger, I was like in my early 20s, late teens, we would go and deliver pizzas to this place next to the strip club in Daytona Beach, and then I would make probably like $150 for the night. And then I'd tell the boss, I'd be like, hey, you know, it's late enough, I'm cutting out. And he'd be like, okay, cool. So then we would go and get the vodka Gatorade shit, and we would just get absolutely shit-faced, and we put like enough money just for gas. Like we'd have enough to like put gas in our car, get a pack of cigarettes, and then go and get some vodka friggin' Gatorade, and then just get into the club and have enough money to, you know, buy screwdrivers and like other alcohol while we're in there. And by the next morning, we were broke every time.
Nye, what do you drink?
I was just sitting here thinking to myself, well, way back in the day, I would be into more sugary drinks when I was in my 20s. You know, margarita, pina colada. But as I've gotten older, what did you say moments ago? Drink like a man. I like that. I was sitting in the background thinking, that's exactly how I like to drink. You know, when I started watching some of these shows like Mad Men, some of these other kind of period piece shows, I found that because I don't drink much, but when I do drink now, especially as I've gotten older, I like a shot of whiskey or an old fashioned. Something dark, a dark rum, a dark liquor on the rocks, a double shot, and I'm good to go.
Oh yeah,
a shot of whiskey.
If somebody poured you a nice scotch, poured out of a crystal decanter, like there's really not much better than.
No, I agree. I don't do the sugary drinks anymore. Every once in a while, I'll be like, you know, I'll have a taste for a margarita, but I try to make it as low carb, less sugar as possible. You know, I try to make my natural, use some natural ingredients that won't spike the blood sugar, won't add the added calories. But a dark liquor is really preferred.
So Roger, we were talking about this last time. Do you think that with your control over, you know, the alcoholism or whatever you consider it to be from the past, do you think you would be okay with like going in like just once a month and doing what you were saying, going on like a tour thing or going to like a nice speakeasy and having a couple drinks?
I have to be much more careful than that. I went a long time drinking, and then I went a long time not drinking. But I went to a Mariners game with an old friend, and I had a hot dog and an ice cold Coors Light. And I will tell you, it was ice cold Coors Light, and we were watching a ball game. It was amazing, and I told myself, I was like, yep, I will probably do this again, but I didn't order a second beer. I didn't go out and drink after that.
Well, maybe do like moderation. Go to like a speakeasy and have like a nice Manhattan or something, and just have one. You think you could do that?
I guess it all depends on the situation. I'd have to be around responsible people. I still have friends that, like, when I get around them, they're just not very wise people, and they'll just be like, "Hey, dude, come on, let's just do one shot." And like, and if they're the type of people that, you know, like, 30 minutes. 30 minutes in, they're like, "Hey, let's just do one bump of coke. Come on," you know. And like, there's certain people that I just, they're better as pen pals now in my life.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I got buddies that when I stopped partying and shit, they just continued on, and they're still doing it into their 40s now.
I'll tell you this, my friend circle changed dramatically within the first few months of stop drinking.
Oh, yeah.
There were people that, like, I used to drink with on the regular. We would play, like, John Madden football, and we would just get fucking super hammered playing fucking video games. And when they realized that I didn't drink anymore, they weren't even interested in playing video games. Like, it was like, because there is something to be said about, like, drunk people don't like sober people and sober people don't like drunk people. You kind of want to be around people that are, like, on whatever level that you're participating on. And but it was funny because I tried maintaining some of these relationships, and there was just, like, I would say, "Hey, you want to come check out whatever?" Like, they would ask questions like, you know, like, "Is there a bar there?" Or, you know, "Are we going to do this?" Or, "What are we going to do after?" And, like, once there's some people, like, especially if they're drinking heavily, everything they do is planned around alcohol. Everything they do.
Oh, dude, I worked at Molly Brown's too, in Daytona Beach, Florida, one of the biggest strip clubs in, like, Central Florida. And every night, man, the girls would come over. "We're having a party afterwards. You want to come and hang out?" And, like, some of the girls would, like, rub their nostril, and I'd be like, "No, I'm good," because I just didn't want to be around that environment. But yeah, I kind of got a little shunned after working there long enough because I just kept refusing to go to the after party. And I don't know if they thought I was a snitch or a narc or something, but I knew there was going to be a lot of, like, crazy shit, so I was like, nah, I'm good.
I remember when Frank used to come onto the stage and drunk out of his mind, acting crazy.
George Michaels.
I love George Michael. He is the greatest.
Oh, dude, Roger, have you heard him talk about how if George Michaels was alive, Frank says that's the only man he would suck his dick?
Oh, dude, and we've done marathon rooms where the entire subject was Frank and his fanhood for George Michael. I mean, that was vintage Clubhouse. Frank doesn't even talk about him anymore. He used to, when we would bring it up, he would do the whole fucking GIF with George Michael, but he doesn't participate like that anymore.
Dude, I have like a 1800 watt Bowers and Bang & Olufsen. Not Bauer Wilkinson's my house, but the Bang & Olufsen stereo in my car, Expedition, and I was, like, blasting George Michael. Frank was, I guess he's a little tipsy, so he's, like, singing every word. He's like, "This is the greatest night in the world." I'm like, "You're welcome, Frank."
I saw George Michael perform at the Shark Tank in San Jose, California, and this was like 10 years after his arrest and all that kind of stuff, and he hadn't performed in the U.S. like for 10 years, and I went there with some friends, and he started the concert. He played a song, and then he gets on the mic and he goes, "I know sometimes I don't make it easy for you to be a George Michael fan." He's also, "Maybe we could do some healing tonight." And then he just played for hours, just playing all the hits and shit. No opening act, just him, just doing his thing. And I think he was on, dude. Like, I mean, even some of the stuff that he was playing that I'm not really into, there's something about being around a crowd of people that are obsessed with it that just, it creates a vibe. It was very, very fun. It was probably the most homosexuals that I've ever been in the same room with, but it was definitely interesting.
Yeah, it's funny because Frank's supposedly married with wife and kids and all that. He's like, "The things I would do to George Michaels." It's just, he's obsessed.
Well, guys, this has been a fun room. I'm going to go grab some food. I'll probably be on the app later, but this was fun. We this room actually grew the house quite a bit. When we came in here, there was like I think there was like 530 some odd people in the house, and now there's 689 members of the house. So whatever it was, people liked the house today. So
I try whenever I'm in here to go to my little up arrow thing and then just send everybody that has a green dot to come in. Try to get big rooms.
yeah, the one thing to spread the word to people on is that, like, I mean, I'm pretty good with people bringing up controversial topics, but we are being more intentional about, like, you know, keeping people from coming on the stage and like dropping the N-word and shit like that. Some of the rooms on Clubhouse, they like it better when they're doing that, and I don't know. There's got to be an alternative to it. I mean, there's no shortage of other rooms where people can do that. So I think Ro and I will get together and figure out, you know, like a more, I don't know, standardized version of the rules of the road in terms of, you know, people talking over each other, people with long shares that are boring, and just a bunch of basics that would make the conversation better. Is that Hakima? Hakima gave me the googly eyes. Why is he in the audience? Oh, I moved him down because he said something.
Exactly my point. Why get moved down without like Roger? I've been talking to you for 5 years. To move me down because I said something that you didn't agree with without even.
No, I think I moved you down. Were you the one that said the N-word?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
No, it was proving a point. It was not.
Okay, Akiva, I listen. I'm holding it. The only way I can hold the line on the rule of people not saying that is to move anybody the moment I hear them say it.
And Roger, under that rule, and if I violated, move me. But what I seen was not that though. It was more targeted towards me and my voice. It was silencing me because you didn't like what I was saying.
Did you say the N-word that came out? There's a lot of things you say that I don't like, and I did.
100%, yeah, but I did though. But like, Roger, what I'm saying is that I did say it, and you moved me when I said it. But let's be consistent in the future though. Like when anybody else said, if I went to that stage, I'm fine with that. But let's be consistent in the month with that same thing. I would not criticize you or say you did nothing wrong.
Yeah, and I will ask you to hold me accountable. If you find me in a room where somebody slides that by and they don't get moved, please bring that to my attention. Because I have to tell you, I don't think that's the only word, by the way, that we should, you know, like kind of eliminate from these rooms.
You know what's funny, Roger, though? Honestly, like you're a super smart dude. But you're manipulative also. Like yesterday, you made the room. Like you chatted in the chat. Like, should we make a room? We like, yeah, whatever, and all that. You made the room. But then when you had something to do, which is in real life, I get that you got something to do. But what you did was like gather people to Matt Cool's room. And today you spoke on the same, not him in particular, but you said like room that honor the N-word, which is Matt Cool's room that you sent everyone to.
Yep.
So like don't say.
Sure.
Let me say just one last point. This is what I meant like a while ago, before the great Roger lost the account that was bogus that you lost the account for. But you were saying the same thing. What again? But you my.
Okay, I'll respond to that. Hopefully you're listening.
I'm listening.
I actually sent Sarah a message about that room when I heard from multiple sources that Pepe was just in there dropping N-bomb after N-bomb. And I'm not going to read what I wrote to Sarah, but when Sarah came to the room last night, I called her out on it on the stage, in fact. Matt was here last night as well, and I told them exactly how I feel about that, and I even told them I'm more ashamed of the people that laugh at it and allow it to go on than I am with the person doing it. The person that's doing it is obviously doing it because they crave attention and they don't have a means to participate in a conversation without trying to be shocking. And so I kind of know what they're doing, but if people are moderating a room, I think the moderator is responsible for it. And if the moderators themselves are using laugh emojis and then making excuses for it, I think that's more shameful than the person saying.
Right. That's the point I tagged myself up on. Like you directed everyone to go to Matt Cool's room to finish the conversation, which they weren't on that conversation, which is fine though. But like you were condoning that moment, Matt Cool and others, that allows that word.
Well, hold on.
Let me clear that up real quick. You spoke for it yesterday, but today you cleared it up like, I don't accept that shit, it's not okay, y'all shouldn't do it. But yesterday, which is a day, it is reality, that you really condone, like, Matt Cool is who Matt Cool is, and you knew that prior to yesterday.
No.
You condoned his bullshit, you literally did.
No, hold on. I never condone that. In fact, the only reason I told people to go over to that room is Matt's actually ran over the last week and a half some really good rooms where people were having legitimate conversations, and people like Pepe were getting not removed from the room, but moved down off the stage. And so Matt was the only person in the room that also starts rooms. And so when I had to go, I just said, hey, look, Matt's got a room. He's starting. You guys carry the conversation over there. I did not say, hey, go over there where Matt's going to allow the N-bomb to be repeatedly
said. No, you didn't say that. I wouldn't put that on you. You never said that. But historically, Matt Rooms is known for that, though.
Yeah.
So for you to endorse, like over the years, 4 or 5 years, his Rooms is known for accepting that. So for you to endorse people in your room to go to that room is endorsing that ignorance. And from where I see it.
Well, since I've been back on the app, I will tell you, just 2-3 nights ago, I thought Matt and Joe Hero ran one of the better rooms that this app has had in a really, really long time. And so, I think the fact that it just happened yesterday, you'll have to trust and believe. I'll tell you this: you're not going to see Sarah or Matt modded in these rooms. I'll load them up on the stage, and they'll have to abide by the rules that everybody else has to abide by. But I'm not going to be moderating them, especially after calling Sarah out, and she wanted to then center herself and make it into you guys talk about all kinds of inappropriate stuff. It's like, yeah, we're adults and we can talk about inappropriate things. We can talk about sex and penises and all those kind of things. I think that that's fundamentally different than somebody using words that are only designed. There's 2 reasons why somebody would use that word. It's number 1, it would be to offend people, and number 2, it would be to gain favor and shock people that are comfortable hearing it. I don't want to play into either of those things, and so you're not going to see them moderating.
Hey, Roger, let me say this though. I don't know, but a lot of people don't know, but I've been following you since we were the first people on the app since 2020. I've been in your room. And one thing I know about you is that I don't believe you're a racist. I do not believe you're a racist. But I believe that your core self conflicts sometimes with content. So sometimes you accept certain things. But you as a human being, the reason why I come back to your rooms and I talk to you, and I would love to talk to you in person and meet you, and we would be cordial and great. Because I don't believe you're a racist, though, but I think that you confuse, not confuse, but you allow content over your core principles. But I done seen you many times pointing out bullshit, and that's why I like you as a human being, because I seen you do it. But at the same time, I saw you allow bullshit. I knew that wasn't you because you didn't co-sign with it. You were just silent and let it go on. So I really appreciate you as a human being, Roger. I really do.
So I think that's a fair critique, by the way. And I will say that I actually agree with you. I think that there's a lot of things that I allowed to happen in rooms, and one of the things, it's returning to the app that I feel like I've freed myself from is the idea of optimizing for a large space. I know how to do that. There's titles that I could put that would optimize for controversy, and there's things that I could do that would create that. Since I've returned, I don't feel like a pressure of like, oh, there needs to be 1,000 people in the room. I would prefer to have people in the room that can stay on topic, not interrupt each other, and add to it. And by the way, I still have a high level of tolerance for stupid shit. That's probably never going to change. But I do think that your spot. I think that your critique is
spot on. Say it's okay.
Your critique
spot on sometimes.
Your critique is spot on. That previously, when I was on this app, I was optimizing for growing the size of the room, and I was acutely aware of what could help do that. And so, yeah, I guilty as charged. That being said,
there's nothing wrong with that, though, Roger. Like there's nothing wrong with that, because we on Clubhouse, and then like you're not trying to be some social justice warrior. You're a content, literally as a house creator, you're a content creator, and I'm okay with that. But like, and I've seen that in you, which made me like be okay with some of the things you do. You know what I'm saying? Not like I'm some police and you gotta live by my standard. I'm talking about the way I see it. Like, I'm not criticizing you, but I love the fact that you pointed out and you acknowledge the exact things that I've seen, though. And for the reason, whatever reason you did, it's cool. It's okay, because this is social fucking media. You know what I'm saying? So hey Roger, long story short, I appreciate you, and I will always support your room.
Right on. And again, I don't want to get too huggy, but I appreciate it.
It's okay. There's no homo. There's no diddy. We can hug. It's okay.
I think that it's a fair observation. It's a fair critique, and I see no there's no lie in what you said. I think that and I'm happy that you recognize that my intentions are not to, it's not like I have some, nefarious ideology where I want to harm people of, based on race or gender or anything like that. I do think that moving forward, it requires the intentionality of doing that, and that means making sure that whoever's modded is kind of on board with the same thing. And so I think instead of me going to bed and leaving it in the hands of like, okay, hey, you guys take it from here, and just feeling like absolved from it, I'll probably be more likely to just shut a room down if I'm leaving.
Right, if you're not comfortable with the people you're leaving it to, I definitely give it.
Yeah, correct.
It's been a lot of times that like people got modded for whatever reason, and not just you, but certain people like left the room to whoever it was, and that's not necessarily a good idea. But like you said, like hands down, you're smarter than me. Period. I would own that shit and acknowledge it. But by you pointing out what you're saying, like you're acknowledging what I have seen from you. That's why I appreciate you as a content host. I appreciate you as a person that holds rooms. I appreciate you as a human being. I appreciate you as a friend. And hopefully one day we'll meet in person and you can be totally safe and comfortable around me. But I really? That's why I continue to come back to Healthy Debates or In the Mug or any room that you do, because I see where you're coming from. I just hope that everybody else do and know that you're not some fucking racist bigot or none of that, because you're nowhere near that. You're not nowhere near that. If you did, I would call you that and you'll kick me out your room. I wouldn't be allowed if I thought that.
I just want you to know, he said the same exact thing to me 2 days ago verbatim.
JB is a racist piece of shit. I don't like him. I wish I could meet him. Nah, bullshit. I hate JB. I like him. JB is a good dude. Go ahead, Knight. Go ahead.
I was thinking the same thing when I went into Matt Cool's room the other day. I had only been in one other room. He has a big room that he hosted the other day. It was a good conversation. But when I popped in there, Pepe was on the stage calling the black girl, you know, the girl that comes here, black girl.
The nigga bitch.
Yeah, well, don't say it, Hakima.
No. We gonna say what it is.
Wait.
Hold on. Let me just be clear. Repeating what somebody said, I know why you did that. Let's not do that, because in order to have zero tolerance around it, we really have to have zero tolerance around it.
Well, we need to know what it is, though. We can't have zero tolerance around nothing we don't know. It's like it's helpful, in my opinion. I could be wrong. It's helpful for people to know what Pepe says and what he said out of his mouth. Like, accept it or don't, but let's be clear what he says. Like, I can stand corrected, but that's my approach. But may not be the right approach.
Well, what I was trying to say, sorry, I shoved something in my mouth, so let me be quiet while I swallow.
Wow, that was the sexiest thing I've ever heard of.
And do not say that amongst these fucking misogynists. I'm not a misogynist, but Roger, JB is gone. The fucking misogynist. Do not say anything like that amongst them. Don't do that.
Wait, why did you call JB a misogynist while he left?
No. He's a misogynist. He is.
JB is a misogynist. No, wait, let me make my point before I forget, guys. Hakima, I wanted to agree with you. Hakima, wait, let me just say something really quickly. I left Matt's room when Pepe said that, and you know what I said when I left? Most of the rooms that I navigate on here are the entertainment rooms. But I said to myself, you know, this is why I like JB's room, and this is why I like Mojo's room, because at least the black girls can come in there, even if it gets spicy, even if the racial topics get heated, the black girls don't have to get called NBs, right? And so I appreciate that much. Even though I'm known for dropping the N-word every once in a while, to be colorful when I'm talking to my people, you know, I try to regulate it in my own space, but I appreciate, you know, Mojo and JB, two white dudes on the app who run two of the biggest rooms. You know, at least for me.
Wait a second. Time out. Keep hold on. I thought I was one of your people.
You are my people. Oh, but I'm not gonna call you the N-word, JB.
I've been called worse by better people, man. But keep it, why am I misogynist?
In my opinion, like you and others, most men I see are misogynists. I mean, it's not nothing personal towards you though. I never heard you say have certain takes on men and women. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't zero in on the exact quotes, but like.
Akima, who do you think's a bigger misogynist, JB or the Prophet Bob?
Definitely JB.
What?
And I won't even knock on JB. That's just me protecting the Prophet.
Well, JB, I haven't been in your rooms where you're saying anything misogynistic. Again, I might think it's funny because of my sense of humor, and I like dark humor and jaded nonsense. But I'm surprised to hear this about you, JB.
No, let me be fair though. I have lumped JB in and corrected myself. I called JB a racist sympathizer before. Only and when I realized what I said, and I apologized because I was associating him with people that he associated with. So the whole racial sympathizer, the whole misogynist thing, probably might be about me associating him with healthy debates. But I think healthy debates have like a lot of have some misogynists and desensitized mods, and I always lump JB in there, and sometimes unfair. And if I do, I would stand corrected, and I will apologize. So, but JB is a good dude, but I think the overall tone that he allows, not necessarily misogyny, but racism.
Wait, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
So when I say to somebody like Nye or Christy, you're a beautiful woman, does that make me misogynist?
Somebody, I don't know if it was me or you in the matrix, but they heard you, I didn't, but I didn't hear you.
I said if I tell Nye or Christy down in the VIP section that they're beautiful women. Am I misogynist?
No, definitely not. And I think that's where misogyny comes from, my opinion, though. Like, you feel so timid about complimenting women. You feel like Donald Trump gave you the ability to compliment a woman. Like, as a man, we never lost the ability to compliment a woman. We don't need a president, emperor, a dictator to allow us to compliment a woman. It's about how you do it. And no, you have not done it wrong. And maybe I did lump you in with other hosts unfairly. And I will own that. Like, I have no problem with you, and I would love to meet you in person, but like, that's where it comes from. Maybe I'm falsely lumping you in with overall tone.
Tima, here's the deal, bro, and this is my word. If you promise me, like, give me your word as a man, that if I come to Chicago, we can go fuck Edmund up, I'll come next week.
Oh no, one thing I will not do on this app, I'm not saying I won't fuck him up, but I would not say I will on this app. That's not what I would do.
No, you misunderstood me. Just take me there, I'll do the work myself.
I know what I'm saying, but I won't confirm that on the app is what I'm saying. And you as a person of the streets, you know it's not smart to confirm that. I won't deny it either though. But then again, it's finding with another issue though. But if I found Edmund in real life though, like, you might be in trouble. You just might be in trouble though. So like, yeah, I'm with you, kid.
Got it. Rohan, are you sleeping? I'm getting no love from you, Rohan.
You know he upside down. You know he upside down. If the Earth is a globe, I mean he's upside down. So he's kind of he don't have the same logic that we have at this point. Imagine being upside down. Like, you're not gonna think straight if you're upside down.
That's funny because he's in the upside down world. His logic is not gonna align. That's hilarious.
That's some shit I made up, but it sounds good. That's literally some shit I made up to pick at Rowan. If he's listening, no, I'm just picking at it though. It's not based in science, but it do sound good based on the whole globe and flat earth thing. It is funny. But Ron is a good dude. I just love when he tone checks. Hakima. Because he know the beautiful thing about Ron is that he know I have respect and honor. You know I'm not just some idiot that's gonna just be belligerent. I think Roger know that, JB know that I will honor the room. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not no ignorant, belligerent person, but Ron be like, Hakima. It'd be so funny when he said it, because he rarely says it, but when he do, I know he means it though. But sometimes I still poke at him with it though. But I think, but I know Ron comes that conversation from a good place. And I definitely appreciate Ron. Even though he's upside down, you know, I can't help that.
All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to open Healthy Debates in a few minutes.
What's the topic, JB?
Elon Musk has announced that he's going to launch a third party. It's going to be called the America Party.
Yeah, he's committed to it. If you guys want to get a glimpse of what he might be thinking, just go look at the America PAC that he already formed back in late 2024. What's important to him is already spelled out.
Imagine a South African talking about an American party. like we gotta be better. Like, we can't just go. We can't stop following money though. We can't follow money.
Does it offend you if I say that Elon's my favorite African American of all time?
Definitely not. I'm not African American. That does not offend me at all. So if he want to be African American, that's his problem. All right, Rich.
Oh shit! Hey, I'm gonna go get some pizza. Jay's open in a room. You guys do what you're gonna do. I'll be on the app after I feed my face.
Get back to the debate, Roger. Why you even boom the room if you know Ron is not up? That's what I tell you about people with common sense. Like, he's so smart, but he ain't know the boom rule. He left a mind that's not even working.
What? I think he's only going to be gone for a little bit.
Yeah.
Rich,
Yeah, he's just.
Rich, whenever you want to put it, no, I'm bullshit. It's funny. I'm just talking shit.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'd be the wrong one to pull up on.
Oh no, you wouldn't be. I would fuck you up short in short fashion. I would in short.
I trained under one of the second highest ranked Machado Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu professors in the entire fucking world. So,
I know this. My father.
My dad is a first dan in Okinawa, first dan in Okinawa Shotokan and Judo. He was also my sensei.
I know this. My father beat Bruce Lee's ass. His students fucked up Chuck Norris. Like literally, like there's no that like my father is a historical fucking figure in the martial arts world. That fuck a Royce Gracie or the Gracie family or any of them other people. My father.
Gracie Jiu-Jitsu sucks. You should train Machado.
Any of them sucks compared to my father.
Yeah, let the Gracies take their gi off and see what happens.
That gi, they don't know how to fight without the fucking gi. The gi is they fucking stronger.
Yeah, not with Machado. Not Machado.
Hey, there's no
Machado trains gi and no gi all the time.
Hey, my dad and his students will destroy any art that you have, I guarantee it. Facts, period.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And I can prove it with me. Send me an address, and I can walk up, we can spar. Right now.
Oh no, I'm 40 years old. I only engage. Check this out.
I'm older than you.
I'm 40. I only engage with hands if I have to. My first thing that I reach to.
I will fight your team.
The first thing that I reach to. Hold on. The first thing that I reach to when I'm 40 years old, because I understand that I'm not 20 anymore. The first thing that I reach for is this. That's what I reach for. That, or I reach for this IWI Israeli weapons. I reach for my Israeli weapons industry IWI X95 Tavor. And I reach for that bullpup in the trunk, or I reach for this Canik with a 20-round mag and hollow points and a spare 20 laying there.
Only thing you showed to me is a black man in America. You're a coward.
No, I'm not 20 years old. I'm not stupid. I understand. It doesn't matter. And you and I.
You want to cock a gun like it means something.
You and I.
Anybody can buy a gun. Anybody.
You and I. Well, most people can't buy guns. There's a lot of people who can't buy guns. They're called felons.
I said most people.
Many people are mentally adjudicated. Many people live in states where they can't actually purchase firearms freely.
Mental illness is not stopping from buying a gun in America. Mental illness does not stop from buying a gun.
If they are mentally adjudicated, you know what that means?
They can buy a gun still. They can still buy a gun.
Not if they've been mentally adjudicated. Do you understand the word adjudicated?
Oh yeah, I love when
by judge.
I love when I say what I understand.
Did I say that they went to a doctor and got a medical diagnosis of depression? I didn't say that. I said a person who's been mentally adjudicated, meaning that they are no longer able to purchase a firearm. They can't.
Put your gun up, man. Put your gun up. It's okay.
No, I don't put my guns up. I got like fucking 100 guns. I never put them up. I got a Springfield. Listen, I got a Springfield XDS 9mm at my 2 to 3 o'clock position all the time. I got a Canik TP9 SFX with 20-round magazine and a spare 20 round sitting right next to my right knee in the car. And then I got the IW Tavor X95 in the trunk. And then at the house, I just got a fucking arsenal. I like my bullpups.
You're a proud American. There's nothing wrong with it. I have no problem with that. No problem with it.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna take the chance at 40 years old pulling a muscle in my fucking back or in my leg trying to fight somebody. I'm not stupid because I'm not sitting around. I'm either gonna get my ass beat if I pull a muscle or fuck something up or break a fucking bone, especially as old as we are. I mean, it's just easier to just pull the gun out, and if somebody's really wanting to commit violence on you, then you shoot their ass. Especially in Texas. Especially in Texas where we have castle doctrine and stand your ground.
Hey, how about if you don't want to fight or shoot nobody, how about not be an asshole on
I literally never said shit. You were like, hey, Rich, pull up. Oh, no, I'm just joking.
May I finish? How about not be an asshole on social media? If you're not about fighting or shooting,
how about not being retarded, Hakima?
Would you say that to me in my face?
Yes, I genuinely would.
Please,
that's the thing, like, bro, you genuinely think that I'm gonna send you my address to my fucking house with my wife and 3 kids? And you genuinely think I'm gonna give up my address or any address to a random person on the internet? But if you happen to bump into me, you don't think I would call you a retard?
You wouldn't. You would not. I guarantee you would not. So
Hakima, you always have to remember, okay, you said you grew up in martial arts, right? You grew up in martial arts. You understand that it only takes one hit to get knocked the fuck out or die. And then on that, hold on. And then on top of that, you should always remember that you should never judge a book by its cover. And there's always somebody out there that's more fucking badass than you. There's always somebody can beat your ass. Mike Tyson could beat both our asses in his prime. Fucking, he's a motherfucking liar.
I will fuck Mike Tyson up.
Oh, you're one of these fucking people.
No,
oh my god, no humility, no understanding of a real fucking fight. I watched one of the top fucking Okinawan Shotokan fucking practitioners in the entire fucking world, who was my dad's best friend, in a sparring competition, had a guy come up from behind him when they turned around, and he ran his fucking elbow into the back of his neck and drove it into the ground and snapped his neck and made him into a quadriplegic. 6'1", 180-pound black dude that did 12 hours on a Stairmaster for fucking kids with cancer named Perry in Northern Kentucky, in Ellesmere, Kentucky. And he got his neck broke in like 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Right in the middle of a fucking competition in front of 1,000 people. Everybody can get fucked.
Hey, Rich, let's be the first people to have like a sparring match. Like, not film school where it's gonna go out of bounds. Let's meet anywhere in the world. Like me and you.
That's not the point. The point, listen, Hakima, the point of martial arts is to only use martial arts as a last resort and a form of self-defense. It's not to come online and be like, hey, let's meet up so you can fuck up your thigh or fuck up your fucking ankle or some shit like that at 40 or 48 years old. Just chill the fuck out and sit back in your humility and relax.
You wouldn't be on this app being disrespectful. Like, you really wouldn't.
Deep disrespectful.
Yes, like you have
deep disrespectful by calling a fucking Moorish science temple of American fucking idiot who believes that black people have been here for fucking tens of thousands of years.
It shows you a coward. You will not.
Yeah, you're an idiot. No, it's not worth it. You know what I could do? You know what I could do instead, Hakima? You know what I could do instead of doing all that shit, like getting fucked up or getting my fucking muscles sucked up or your muscles fucked up or one of us dying or ended up in a fucking coma or getting our fucking brain trauma? You know what I could do? I could just ignore somebody on the internet. That's what you learn in martial arts.
But you're not, though.
99% of the situations that I've ever had where somebody like you has tried to beef with me in the street, you know what I do? I either de-escalate or I just remove myself from the situation. Now, in that 1% of situations where the person's actually froggy and draws back and tries to punch you, that's when you use your fucking
skill.
skill.
Me dinner, breakfast, lunch, washing my shoes.
You'd hold my pocket and I'd walk you through the yard, Hakima.
I would choke you out.
I'd trade you around like a pack of cigarettes.
Okay, well, let's do it then. Let's meet up then.
No, because you know why, Hakima? Because I don't have to. You're just an idiot on the internet that thinks he can beat Mike Tyson's ass in his prime. You genuinely think that you could beat Mike Tyson's ass in his prime. You know how stupid you are?
Yes, yes. I definitely know how stupid you are, but I would.
Oh, please calm down.
He's always like this.
I'm like, it's not you, just me. That shows your
Hey,
ignorance.
you're the one
It's
that
me.
said, Rich, pull up.
Pull up.
Which just shows
I'll
your
pull up.
animalistic nature. That's all it
Yeah,
does.
I'm an animal. We all animals.
Ha.
You don't think humans are animals? You're stupid if you don't think humans are animals.
I mean, I don't adhere to
We all animals.
Darwinian evolution.
Humans are animals. Humans are animals. You are
I
animals.
mean, you can
sir.
play
You
the
are animals.
semantical game, but
You are
then you...
animals. No.
Yeah, okay. Do you believe that you have common ancestors with bonobos and chimpanzees?
I think you do. I don't.
No. All humans, Homo sapiens.
No.
Okay, then shut up calling us animals, idiot.
I have no Neanderthal DNA in me. You do. You have Neanderthal.
Wait, actually, that's been
don't.
disproven in
You have
2021.
Neanderthal DNA.
It was actually a Chinese scientist
You are a
at Princeton University in 2021 who showed through genomics that through genetic testing that white people and black people and all people around the world have Neanderthal DNA.
Because white
No, it was a Chinese guy actually. Chinese guy.
What the fuck are you talking about? He's white. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It's so stupid.
All y'all was African.
You wanna apply race fucking standards and logic, but then you're like, he's white. He's a Chinese guy.
You are from Africa. You're African. You're African booty scratcher. What the fuck are you talking
Okay.
about?
Then we all come from bonobos and chimp.
You are from Africa.
We all share common ancestry with bonobos and
In
chimps.
Africa. Say it though.
Yeah, you
Not
have
Israel,
common
not
ancestry
Europe,
with
not
bonobos
Asia.
and chimps.
You are from Africa. You're a fucking African booty scratch. You're a fucking goofy ass monkey. Like, what are you talking about?
Sorry,
How
you.
the fuck you think you're not?
Sorry.
I am. That's weird.
I'm not saying that. I don't believe in the Darwinian evolution like you.
If I am, you gotta be. You can't be
I
nothing.
believe in the Bible. I believe that the Garden of Eden was in the Middle East, probably more near Iraq and
The
Iran.
Bible never said that. Never said that.
Gives a
Never said
description
that.
of where the garden was.
Never said that. Never. The Bible never said that.
Okay.
Give me a scripture that say the Bible is starting in the Middle East.
What rivers was it
You
between?
can't find one. The
What
Euphrates.
rivers?
The Euphrates.
And
They could have named.
and what other rivers? What other rivers, you fucking retard? You gave one. That's why I said, which rivers was it between?
You didn't think I'd give you one, though. You didn't think I'd give you one. Yeah, Jesus. You a Jew saying Jesus? Don't be Jewish saying Jesus. How the fuck you calling on Jesus as a Jew? That's so silly. That's silly. That's silly. I'm dumb, but you're a Jew calling on Jesus.
Why you sound
I'm
gay
the
then?
dumb one, though. I'm the dumb one. I'm the dumb one. A Jew calling on Jesus. Fascinating.
You think they're not Jewish?
Which one? I mean, you defend them? I don't know what you are. You're a white dude. At the very least.
So what's your point?
Why you calling on Jesus? Are you a Christian?
Yeah, of course I am.
Why you
I was born ethnically a Jew, but I am religiously a Christian.
Oh, so you are a Jew. That's in a wrong.
Messianic Jew.
Own it.
From a Jewish family.
There's no such thing as a Messianic Jew. Jews don't believe in Christ. So
Wait, Juliana, are you Kai
Don't
Fang?
believe a Messianic Jew is not a Jew.
Oh, my grandmother
You're evangelical
was
at best. Don't say you're Jewish.
Like, were they from Western China or from like the Levant?
She was born in Shanghai, but her family is from France.
French. Okay. No, the reason I was asking, there's a group of Jewish people back about 1,000 years ago that left out of the Levant region, and then they went to Western China, and then they intermixed with the Western Chinese, and then they're called the Kai Fang Jews. And they went to the Kai Fang Jews and looked through all their historical and archaeological evidence and tested their DNA, and they had common ancestry with Jews in Israel and all over the world. And then they allowed for the Kai Fang Jews to return to Israel, so they reside in Israel today. But if you have a grandmother who's Jewish, you can make Aliyah to Israel. You can get citizenship there. And you can keep dual citizenship if...
You need to grow up and really understand what you're talking about. If you don't right this point.
I know. You're always... how about this? How about we just make it easier for you, Hakima? Because this is what we learn in martial arts, is de-escalation and being able to walk away in humility. Hakima, you're always right there.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're the best, Hakima. You are the smartest, the greatest, the best, the most intelligent, the most learned, the most studied, the most articulate, the most edifying, gracious person I've ever met in my life.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate all
You're welcome.
the kind word. I really appreciate it.
And assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
No, I said, may death and poison be upon you. That's why you never wish salam onto Yehudi, because Yehudis will say, assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum means death, may death and poison be upon you. I didn't say assalamu alaikum, I said assalamu alaikum. This is why Muhammad warned you Muslims, do not wish salam onto a Yehudi, because the Yehudis will return with you and they will say, assalamu alaikum, which means may death and poison be upon you. Muhammad was right.
It's pretty amazing you said that, because you do know who my prophet is.
Yeah, I know.
It's not the Prophet Muhammad.
My
prophet is Noble Drew Ali.
You guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. You, the Mormons of Muslims.
Yeah, give it up. And you know what?
You're the equivalent of the Mormons to Christians. That's all you are.
Tell me about that. And it's funny that Mormons got more.
Hey, where's your Mecca? Where's your Mecca, boy?
Chicago. Boy.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, you are in Chicago. I'm in Chicago too.
I'm in Chicago right now.
Oh, really? The city or suburb?
I'm in the suburbs. I'm in the city all the time. I'm in the suburbs, south suburbs.
Oh.
The real suburbs.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Cook County, right?
This Plains or something.
This Plains. That's not the south suburbs. That's the west.
Oh, you said south. I thought you just said suburbs.
I said south suburbs. The only
I will pay attention.
I'm from the same suburb that the Pope is from. I'm 10 minutes from Dalton. The Pope was born in Dalton, Illinois, in the suburbs. I'm like 10 minutes from him, so I'm right there with the Catholic. So I might be Catholic at this point. I might ain't be Mormon.
I'm Baptist.
I grew up in a household. My grandfather was a Baptist preacher, the first mayor of Fort Heights. I grew up as a Baptist. So I have no problem with Baptists. They are wonderful people, but that's just not me right now. I was baptized and all that shit. I have no problem with a Baptist. Hey, Rich, whenever you want to spar though, like we can box with pads on and gloves.
Oh, like I said,
whenever you want
like
to
I
spar,
said, I'm 40. I don't have time to. Yeah, you'll end up getting hurt. I'll end up getting hurt. And then you and I'll have to spend like 6 months recuperating because a torn groin or a fucking rotated fucking, a torn rotator cuff or something like that, and then you get like tennis elbow. And then the reality is, it's stupid to be fighting or sparring at 40 to 50 years old.
Even sparring.
I'm just saying, it's dumb as shit.
You will be sleep. You will be snoring in the ring.
I won't, because when you pull up, I'll just mag dump on your ass, and I'll be like, he was coming at me to kill me. The police will show up here in Texas, and they'll shake my hand and say thank you for getting rid of him.
Yeah, that's exactly why I won't come to rake his ass tank.
I wouldn't either. I'm just saying.
No, I wouldn't.
They'll see you on the ground, and they'll see me, and they'll go, "Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you."
He
obviously was trying to steal your car. You know, in Texas, you know what's funny? You know, that's fine. You know, here in Texas, we can actually use deadly force to protect our private property. So if I come out and somebody's fucking with my car, I can legally shoot them in Texas. Isn't that fucking amazing?
Yeah, we're recording.
Some dude's breaking into my SUV in the driveway. I walk out and bag dump his ass.
Talking about a sparring match, but your pussy
Yeah, I said stupid to be 48 years old and 40 years old fucking sparring.
Ain't nothing wrong.
It is stupid.
Well, shut the fuck up then. Stop being a coward.
You're the one that keeps bringing it up.
Stop acting tough on
I told you fighting is a last resort. And on top of that, you're just a dumbass on the internet. You said that you could beat Mike Tyson's ass in your prime. Go ahead and reiterate that to the rest of the room that you Hakima, could beat Mike Tyson's ass in his prime.
So you don't think nobody could beat Mike Tyson?
No, I'm just asking you, some rando on the fucking internet, you think you can beat his ass?
Prove it to you. I can prove it.
No, you can't, because you don't have a time machine. You can't go back to Mike Tyson's prime. Unless you could show us where you beat Mike Tyson's ass. Hold on. The only way you could, hold on, dipshit. You didn't think before you talked.
You're gonna be like,
you didn't think before you spoke. Sorry.
And you're gonna be like, he fucked me so bad.
Here's the thing, Hakima, the only way you could prove what you're saying, Hakima, the only way you could prove that you could beat Mike Tyson's ass this prime is to show us how you've already beaten Mike Tyson's ass in his prime.
I did though.
Lying sack of shit.
I did. Ask him. Ask him. Ask him right now. Call him and ask him.
Call Mike Tyson, ask him. Did Hakima from Clubhouse beat Joe?
He gonna be like, yeah, I know that dude. That's a bad motherfucker.
Y'all hear how stupid this is? This is dumb as the Moorish Science Temple of America bullshit.
I can prove it to you. It's just as dumb as Judaism. Yes, sir.
Rabbinic Judaism with the Talmud, I agree. I agree. Rabbinic Judaism with the Talmud is fucking dumb. Second Temple Judaism is not stupid. Second Temple Judaism affirmed of the triunity of God.
A-L-L. All Abrahamic religions are the same. Whether it's Christianity, Judaism, or Islam.
Moorish Science Temple of America. Or the Moorish Science Temple of America.
They are all the same. Same prophets, same game. So if you wanna criticize me, look in the fucking mirror. Look in the mirror. Look in the fucking mirror. Look in the mirror. There's normal to say nothing.
You guys are just a bunch of fucking racist, Black Panther fucking, Malcolm X following fucking, Muslim Brotherhood of America fucking retards.
Nothing wrong. I said nothing wrong.
Fucking retarded.
I said nothing wrong. Nothing but facts. I only speak facts. I said nothing
in Chicago.
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Nothing. I stand on anything I said. You can't prove me wrong. I challenge anyone to challenge me, and you're gonna lose in rapid fashion.
Okay. I challenge you right now.
To what?
Proving that you beat Mike Tyson's ass while he's in his prime.
That's the dumbest shit ever.
No, you said you will accept challenges for anything, and that you will defeat anybody within a few seconds. No. You have to prove it. The onus is on you to prove it. You are the one who made the claim. It doesn't matter. You are the one who made the claim, which means the onus is on you to provide the evidence. Show us Mike Tyson. Have Mike Tyson come on here and be like, hey, Hakima, he beat my ass in my prime.
I give you certain evidence, and I'll beat your ass. You be like, yeah, you got it.
Nope. You've already been disproven. You've already been found to be a liar. Now, since you're a liar, everything you say after the fact means that we should not accept.
Hey, you know what's funny though? But your super intelligent ass arguing this dummy.
No,
This
you
dummy
idiot. You said,
but you arguing with
I challenge anybody. I challenge anybody to prove me wrong. I prove them wrong on anything in just a couple seconds. I'll accept any challenge. And I'm like, hey, prove to us that you beat Mike Tyson's ass in his prime. And you're like,
yeah, we try to beat your ass right now. I'll fly to your city right now. Tell me where I'll go to the airport right now and be in your city in about 2 hours. Say it.
As you walk in.
Yeah, I'm walking with my shit too though.
You ain't got shit. I got level 4 fucking body armor, fucking plate carriers, and all kinds of shit.
Not for the face.
You can hit me with anything you.
Not for the face.
You're a dumbass, dude. Do you understand they make ballistic helmets, you fucking retard?
What you got?
Wait. Are you not aware that there's a thing called ballistic helmets?
What you got to protect your face?
Wait. Are you aware there's things called ballistic helmets? You think that I have hundreds of fucking guns and I don't have full body armor to protect myself?
What do you have protecting your face?
Did you not watch the guys who went and robbed the bank in fucking, what is it, LA and shit? No, this is a real situation. These dudes got in fucking body armor. They went and robbed the bank and killed like fucking 50 cops and fought off like hundreds of police officers.
In LA?
Yeah.
That's where the movie Heat got the whole scene from. Don't act like I'm stupid, dude.
It's a real situation. Did you not know that there was actual guys that got body armor and went and robbed the bank? Okay, let's bring up the video. Hold on, you dumb shit.
No.
Hold on, you Moorish temple science fucking bullshit
I
America.
meet you at your temple, and I will say shalom before I beat your ass.
Shalom? What is shalom?
Shalom on your face.
Shalom.
Whatever you...
I don't have a temple. I have a church.
Okay. A shul. I'll meet you at your shul.
I don't have a shul.
I'll beat you
I don't have a synagogue. I don't go to a synagogue.
Well, I'll beat you at your church.
Yeah, it's a church.
It's a church. I'll beat you at your church.
Yeah, I'm a Protestant. So
Oh, my
I
church.
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. I know you don't. That's what
You mean your temple, or science temple,
Same thing you gonna say when you wake up.
in Chicago.
The same thing you gonna say when
Hey,
you wake up.
Hakima, did you learn this shit in prison or on the streets? Nah, Hakima, did you learn it in prison or did you learn on the street? Be honest. Be honest, was it a dude in the hood that came up and was like, hey, let me holler at you, brother. Let me talk to you, brother.
Hey, let's make it back. I got 10K right now, and I will send it to a mediator right now.
Nobody's
I
listening to
guarantee
your dumb ass, bro. On the internet.
I guarantee that my criminal record is better than yours.
I don't have any. I have zero. Zero criminal record.
I have zero.
See,
I have
you
zero.
couldn't win the bet anyways.
But I still...
You couldn't win the bet anyways. I have FBI fucking background fucking checks, clearance, all kinds of fucking shit working for the government. So I definitely have a better fucking criminal record than you.
Look my name up.
Yeah, give your full name. Okay.
Look my name up. You FBI, this is all you should need. What the fuck you mean? FBI?
I didn't say FBI. I said FBI background checks.
You say FBI clearance is what you
Yes,
said.
FBI background checks and
well, you do the
clearance.
same thing to...
Do you understand how they work?
Yeah, 100% I do. Better than you.
You understand you can't even have things that are hidden like expungements and stuff. They still show up on an FBI background check all the time.
Please do it. Let's bet money, and I guarantee you, from parking tickets...
Nobody would win, you fucking retard. Are you not listening? If you have no criminal record and I have no criminal record, then no one wins the bet. I don't have any parking ticket. Wait, let me ask you a question. Hey, dipshit. You live in Chicago. They get parking tickets. I live in Texas. Do you think they get parking tickets in Texas?
I don't know what the fuck
Exactly.
My record is better than yours.
The last person to get a fucking parking ticket in the place in Texas I live in has probably been never.
My record at 48 is cleaner than...
Unless somebody literally fucking parked their car. If they parked their car in the middle of the road and left it, maybe they got a parking ticket.
My record is cleaner than yours. Period.
You can't be cleaner than mine because I don't have any.
You have something.
Nothing.
You have something.
Nothing.
Mine is cleaner than nothing. Mine is cleaner than that.
Have you ever had a speeding ticket?
No. Nope.
You never been pulled over by the police to give a citation, a warning, nothing?
I've been pulled
Neither
over.
have I.
Never no tickets. Nope.
There you go. Good to go.
I guarantee you.
Then we're equal.
My shit is crispy clean. And they get mad when they see me coming. Like, how the fuck you 48 years old in Chicago with no record? They be mad. Like, who the fuck are you? I be like, who the fuck are you?
Hakeem,
They get irritated with me.
honestly, Hakeem, at this point, you're just trying to prove that you're the biggest retard.
Yeah, I am the biggest retard.
Yes.
And then look who's arguing with the biggest retard.
And I don't
Who
mind,
does that make you?
because I'm a self-proclaimed retard.
Yeah. Me too. We're more alike than we are different.
Hakeem, well, why don't you click on that link above the Middle Ground Indians and read the book for us?
I got the book in my house and
Come on, read it.
What the fuck I'm gonna
Read,
do? I'm not a monkey. I don't jump for you. Reader. This is not 1822. I don't do what
No, BHI. I was doing BHI impressive, you idiot.
That's BHI. I don't give a fuck about that.
You are like BHI. I'm the fucking Muslim version of BHI.
Yeah, okay. You're less than that.
You have a stutter. You have a stutter.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, okay, I do. I own it.
You have a stutter.
Stutter. I own it.
You got a galaxy stutter.
Cool. I'm okay with it. And everybody else was
You goofy.
It's all good. And I would beat your ass. I would beat your ass. My punches won't stutter. When I'm punching one, that won't stutter. It will be fluent. It will be fluent and thorough. Knocking your motherfucking head off. Knock you into unconsciousness, motherfucker. What the fuck are you talking about? Stutters that.
Yeah, I've never been knocked out, been hit by fucking guys.
Me then.
Tougher than
Me. Tell me to come to what airport? To some alley. Meet me in the alley. I'll be there in 4 hours.
Meet me in the alley. Meet me at the alley and shut the fuck up and nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, you do. You still talking to me. This one died 4 hours ago. You still talking to this idiot. So who's the real idiot?
I'm just letting you put it on full display to the room. How much?
Yeah, I enjoy it. This is me. I'm authentic. I'm gonna say this shit, same shit on online or in person.
All right, anybody in the audience? One in the chat if you think Hakima could beat up Mike Tyson in his prime, and a 2 in the chat if you think he's full of shit.
And then after that, put a 1 in the chat. Who you think gonna win between me and Rick?
No.
I'll win for the 1.
We're doing the first one first.
After that. I said after that.
You've already conceded
I am not.
that I'm not going to fight at 40 years old and take the chance of fucking something up on my body, or you fucking something up on your
It should
body.
work out, dude.
And me, no, that's stupid.
Yeah,
You're still 48 years old, Hakima.
It's not.
You're talking shit.
George
You
Foreman
don't
was
think that
very
you can
happy
break
with
your hip or fucking tear your groin? You're fucking retarded.
I can't. I'm a superhero. I'm melanated. I'm from
I thought you didn't believe in melon.
I'm from the rich.
I thought you didn't believe that you came over on a boat laying
I
down.
never said that. I never
Great grandmammy did.
You have a grandman. Ooh, wait, look at that racism. Ooh, wait, I love it. Hey, put it out there. Put it on Front Street, Rich.
Wait, do you think that black people are the only ones that say great grandmammy? Or grandmammy?
I never said that.
Or
But
mammy?
you saying it was.
I mean, literally, mammy. Think about that. Mammy is like a white fucking word.
You said it a
That
derogatory
is like,
term.
that is some fucking Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio fucking, my mammy. You realize that you guys just adopted fucking white culture, right?
That what you think? You see, what y'all adopted our culture? That what you think? You really think we adopted y'all culture? If that was the case, what the fuck y'all so mad about?
You guys adopted the Ulster County Scotch Irish white culture of the antebellum and the
Why are you so mad if we adopted your culture?
I'm not mad about it. I just think it's funny that you can't come to an understanding that that's what happened.
That's not what happened. I'm sorry, sir. That's not what happened.
Hey, Chris, why don't you come up on stage and talk? Oh, you can't.
fucking immigrants. Like, you immigrants are so disrespectful, it don't make no sense. But like,
Man, I don't know what you're talking about, immigrants. My great-granddaddy grew up on the Eastman Cherokee Reservation in North Carolina. Old Charlie, he wanna, he Richard.
Your great-granddaddy's an immigrant.
My great-grandfather grew up on a Cherokee Reservation in North Carolina.
He's a fucking immigrant. He's a
Cherokee Nation.
Probably an illegal immigrant. You're an anchor baby.
Well, no, my great-grandfather was half Irish, which is Irish, and half Cherokee.
Immigrant.
His mother was Cherokee.
He's a fucking immigrant.
His dad was Irish.
Go home. Get off my land.
He was the last one to live in the Cherokee Nation, my great-grandfather, which is my mom's grandfather.
Cherokee is a made-up term. It's not a real Indian term at all. That's a made-up fucking term. So if you want to attach your great-granddaddy to a made-up term, the same way you attach yourself to a made-up term, so fucking be it. So fucking be it. Fucking immigrant. Get off my land.
I'll get off your land once you take your ass back to West Africa.
No, that's not my land. They got something else for you over there.
I'll go back to Ireland if you go back to West Africa. How about that?
No, my land.
We'll both leave into, my ancestors who have been here for, millennia.
You are the immigrant. You're the immigrant. I'm not an immigrant. I am. This is my native land, sir.
I know.
You are a fucking immigrant.
Don't
There's
be
no
acting
DNA or
like
historical
this
archaeological
ridiculous
evidence
thing.
proves that, but okay.
So, just please calm down. Thank you.
I'm not sure what
Damn, Akima, you gotta get these white boys down in the chat here just simping and cucking out for you. Look at Christopher.
Sorry about that. I was laughing.
I don't read the chat. That's up to you and deal with her.
Nah, it keeps popping up at the bottom.
If anybody else who knows, who have knowledge of history, don't demonize them because they know the truth.
Christopher just wants you to come over and he wants you to cuck him. He wants to sit over in the corner while you play the big bull and bang his wife. Right, Chris? That's what you said?
That's that white boy shit. We don't do that.
I know. That's what I'm telling you. He's one of these white libtard cucks.
It sounds like that's what you want. You want me to bang your wife? You want me to show your wife a good time?
Oh, no. My wife doesn't like black guys.
I mean, she like good
She's okay, hold on. My wife is my favorite.
You ain't never.
I'm just being honest. You're not gonna find very many Filipinos that genuinely like black guys. I would say 99% like white guys. Their second choice would be other Asian men. And then third choice would probably be Hispanics or Latinos. But all the way at the bottom, past the Indians, past the Nepalis, past all those fucking people at the very bottom would be the blacks. The only that are really into black guys are the ones that are super fucking desperate.
If you pay me, I would satisfy your wife.
Oh no, she wouldn't be satisfied with this problem.
I would satisfy. No, you would be though. I would satisfy her for you, because she has not been satisfied by you, sir. Your dick is not good enough. You provide nothing but the fuck is that? Provide some sexual intercourse.
What's that?
You don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh, Chris is begging you to bang his wife in the chat.
You're
No, the chat, Hakima.
Hey, I'm open for money. If he's paying the right price, I will come fuck his wife for him.
Akiva, I got a horse stick, so there ain't nothing you can do to my wife anyways.
Yeah, you don't.
You would be like throwing a hot dog down a fucking hallway. I got a 9 3/4 inch dick as big around my waist. I got a fucking horse stick. Well, most of the men in my family do too.
Your wife pussy is hollow.
I'll give you an example. My great uncle. My great uncle used to stand out in the fields, in the tobacco fields. He would reach into his overalls and he would pull his dick out to the side of his overalls and stand there and take a piss. He wouldn't undo nothing. He would just reach in his overalls, grab that fucking thing and it was as big around as your forearm. And he would reach that motherfucker and drag it out the side of his fucking overalls and stand there and just piss. It literally looked like a Shetland pony.
You know what she gonna say?
It looked like a fucking donkey, like a mule.
Hakima, I'm finna come in your dick, Hakima. That's what she gonna say. I'm coming on your dick. And you gonna be saying,
Oh no, she'd be like, ew, why is this black guy
I'm coming on
here?
your dick.
Is he here to mow the yard or something?
She gonna know exactly why. Because I'm gonna give her something you never could give her. Like, that's what's gonna happen.
What's that?
I'm gonna give your wife some good
I was reading Frank's comment in the chat. Frank said, she removed me within less than 10 minutes. Who removed you? I just experienced godmothering. But no, genuinely, Hikima, my wife's like super fucking racist. Like, if it was up to her, she would send all of you back to West Africa, like tomorrow.
Until I stick my dick in her, she can be like, whoa, this is what I've been missing. This is why.
Hikima, I've fucked around with enough black women in my life to know that the stereotypic trope about this big horse dick black men run around everywhere is bullshit, because the majority of fucking black women I know that I've ever fucked have always said that it's such a fucking bullshit misnomer that every black dude's walking around with 12 inches and shit. And then the reality is, the majority of fucking black men are just like the majority of all men on earth. Just because you inch out, hold on, just because you inch out by like a tenth or a 12th of a fucking inch larger than like Ecuadorians or something like that, doesn't mean that, and it's like 6.8 inches, and like Ecuadorians are like 6.7 inches, which, I'm just gonna be honest, if I had a 6.5, 7 inch dick, I would hang myself. I would hang myself if I had a 7 inch dick like you, okay?
I would teabag your wife, I would drop my phone, she'd be so happy, like, thank you. This rich dude does not know how to.
I'll be honest, the reason,
she'd be so happy.
Sometimes I do round up to 10 inches, but in actuality it's 9 3/4 inches.
I would teabag
So
your wife.
it is a quarter inch under 10
I would
inches,
teabag your
but
wife.
I've tried to like stretch it all the way out to like just try to get that 10 inches so I can, and at least in my mind, tell myself that it's 10 inches, but it's just a hair under.
This is so funny. Hey, hey.
You know, like when you're measuring it and you like, just fucking, son of a fucking bitch, come on, just a hair more, come on. Fuck, damn it, it's not there.
No.
It's like a quarter inch under.
Yeah.
I'm the same way with like being 6'4", I'm like 6'3" and like 7/8, like, it's just right up. Maybe with my hair I'm 6'4", but...
Sounds good, man. I appreciate the conversation, man.
Yeah, you can sit here and listen to me talk about my horse dick. I don't...
Yeah. Anytime you
It's as big around as, I mean, it's as big around as my wrist. It ain't like my great uncle. My great uncle is the size of my fucking forearm. That motherfucker, it looked like a goddamn anaconda, like a boa constrictor.
Anytime you want your wife to be happy, call me.
Yeah. That would be the least satisfying thing she could ever do in her entire
Anytime you
life.
want your wife to be
Maybe
happy,
if you bleach your skin white.
anytime she's nagging you or being a bitcha, just call me and I will calm it down. Anytime you need that, just call me. I got your back.
I will.
I got your back. I got your back.
I promise.
I
promise. I will call you if I want to make my wife unsatisfied.
I would definitely satisfy your wife.
No.
I will do it.
You would pull your dick out and she would look at you and she would say, that's it?
If I pull my dick out, she gonna wrap her mouth around that motherfucker instantly. Instantly. As soon as I pull it out, she won't be able to resist. She gonna wrap her mouth right around.
Oh yeah. That's exactly what she would do.
And not stop.
That's exactly what my fucking vehement Ku Klux Klan fucking wife would do.
Yep. Same way the racist slaveholders love. Your racist white.
You know what my wife said that we should do? You know what my wife said we should do to pedophiles, rapists, drug dealers, and drug addicts? I actually had to draw the line and say that I disagree with her, because I was on board with the pedophiles, the rapists, and the drug dealers being taken out back and shot, but she even included the drug addicts. She's like, if they're fucking smoking fucking marijuana, take the motherfucker in the bucket, just fucking shoot them like we do in our fucking country. Okay, the drug addicts, I don't agree. I just had to tell my wife, I was like, I don't agree with killing the drug addicts, but the drug dealers, Like, she wants to take all the alcoholics and just take them out back and just put a bullet in their head. Because they're just like a scourge on society.
Anchor baby for a wife.
Oh, dude, she's a fucking...
Anchor baby.
She is a hardcore, fucking right-wing fucking... Ugh, she's all right as well.
Until she get the right dick. Once you get the right dick, she was...
Oh, no.
See, I've not had the right
personally, she would rather hang you in a tree.
Yeah, until she
thinks that black people and illegal immigrants should all be hung. I mean, she wants them all shot. She doesn't even want to send it back. She's like, if somebody break in your fucking house, you fucking shoot them. But if somebody break in your country, you have to fucking give them plane ticket. Why are we wasting fucking money? Just fucking shoot them fuckers. She's like, in my country, we would fucking kill them. I'm like, damn.
That's why she here, right?
I love her, dude. She's fucking amazing.
I bet you do. I love her too, though. I would. When I done that face, she would be happy, like, thank you, sir, thank you for giving me what Rich can never do.
Yeah. That's it. Keep dreaming. Oh, dream what you got.
Sing that shit. Come on. Hit it. Hit it. I'm with you. Come on, I'm snapping my fingers.
I'm not musically talented.
Hey, you doing a good job. You doing better than I can do. Listen. I got nephews dancing, and my son dancing. We all snapping up. My granddaughter. Say something. Say something
Are you on speakerphone?
Say dance.
Nigger.
Dance, bro.
Nigger.
Dance.
Niggers.
Yes. Yeah, she don't hear you.
She didn't hear
you.
It wouldn't be the first time she'd ever heard it.
They dance, you fucking Jew. They dance, Jew.
Yes, you.
Wait, Hakima, do you have your black kids dancing around?
Yeah.
That's funny. You making them dance to the white man?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you making them little black kids dance to the white man.
Yeah. They be dancing to you.
Play Dreamweaver.
Just close my eyes again. Time for the Dreamweaver train.
Frank, thumbs up.
Trying to take away my worries of today and leave tomorrow behind.
You know your stuff is different, and that's fine.
Mother told me long as you a man and a woman together, can't nobody tell you a damn thing. Ain't nobody.
Yo, Ashton cracked the phone.
We gotta bring April up. She said I'll pack a what up there? What you say?
I said you cracked the code for relationships, man. You got the, I don't know how you did it.
Y'all shopping for lingerie, she shopping for football equipment. Y'all got it fucked up.
Step your game up, ladies. Step your game up. I got football equipment. Look, I mean, for real, he ain't lying. I mean, my man hooks up me with all the stuff. I mean, so he buys all the equipment
Yo, this is crazy.
I mean, I played in the women's tackle football league at one point.
That's all wide receiver.
Yeah, I was a defensive end when I played football with the men. I was a defensive end. So I think you can do pretty good at 200-something pounds. You know, you can move and be agile. And I was quick playing football. We played 4 down linemen in a zone. That's what we played when I was somebody.
4 down linemen in a zone is crazy.
Lisa, your food ready?
We did.
Is it done right now? Eat. And listen, some of these men get here and can't get off the couch. You tell
I mean, we played. I mean, we had our zone. We had our 4 down linemen. Others picked up on the back end on zone. We had 2 up top sometimes, and we would drop one to come down. I know how to play football.
Real kinky.
Ooh, that's good.
No,
Real kinky. Okay.
men would love me because I know what shit I
This is the first time I hear a man like that. This is new.
Anything once or twice.
Daddy, I ain't coming you back. We had you on the show on Sunday talking about what's this mean, what's this action of the game. That's why my man's like, okay, you cool because you actually know what's going on out there on the field. You're not some goofball. That's what he told me. He was like,
You ain't gotta play football to know what the fuck's going on, but
As long as she a wide receiver, everything good. What y'all worried about?
talking about the NFL football.
Damn, I thought you was advertising. This crazy.
yeah, that's what we talking about, the NFL football. What you talking about?
I don't know, Tim. I'm here with a quarterback in there.
Everything's all good as long as you're not
Quarterback is crazy.
Dude, I'm here a little bit, man. I can be wrong, though.
Sometimes I run it, sometimes I throw it.
Yeah, especially y'all strap up and use safety out there.
Just heard the quarterback one up.
Hey, that's what's up now. You men know on Sundays. I mean, you don't have to know the game.
JD, some of these niggas never seen a dime package in their life, man. Shit.
They wouldn't even know what packages are out there. When I say I know the game, I know what defense is and
That's
stuff
a
on out.
fact. That's a fact. They want to know a tight end if they see one.
Safety.
We definitely blaming y'all for this.
Safety down on the line.
It's your fault. It's my fault? Yeah, that's a left. I don't even know how we got here.
I don't know.
Hey, let me hold up, April. Are you trying to say you never put on football equipment with your man before?
I'm glad the replay's on. Husband, give me my football equipment.
You don't even say it right. It's football.
You didn't say the ball part right.
Hey, what was that movie? Don't be a man. Don't be a man.
That's how my coach said it. You know, he said it like that. Football. This is the way, you know, he wanted it. He's like, look, you're gonna play, especially with women. He was like, you're a woman out here playing with men. And over the summer, he was like, everything you need to know about masculinity, I'm gonna teach you how to do that out here.
And I have to admit, Ashton, that I have been known to wear knee pads and a helmet. So okay.
You know?
Your nasty.
Knee pad with a warm towel is a special delight.
She said I wear knee pads.
Y'all, what time is it?
It is almost 10 o'clock. 9:47.
Do y'all flip a quarter for who get the top position? Like how y'all do that?
The dominator needs to be always the dominator. Don't give up the domination.
What up?
What's going on? Nice to meet y'all.
Hey, Durant.
Yo, so I hope you, Ashton, you be wearing panties or you wear boxers?
I'm not answering it on this app.
No, that's too
I'm a female actor. I
He's 420. I didn't know.
Because y'all share the same bathroom.
It ain't 12 o'clock. We share the same bathroom. Oh, we don't. I hope we share the same bathroom. Oh, he got a whole side of the house. He got a whole side over here that's his side. No, I'm saying me and you. We share the same bathroom.
That's what I said. I said because y'all share the same bathroom.
Yeah, that's what. She's talking about her man now.
That's why I'm like, wait, what?
He got it. I mean, seriously, men, let's be real. Y'all men need your own,
JD got a picture of Ashton's bedroom, y'all. Look at
this. Oh my God. I remember that movie.
I remember that
night. That's what Ashton said. She remembered that night, but I remember that movie. Oh my God. I can't take it. What the fuck?
Y'all, I'm supposed to be able to listen to y'all and edit, but this ain't
multitask.
Yo, patient, I don't like you.
Focus.
I'm actually doing the same thing.
In the Telegram. Yo, that's what my husband just said.
Hovering over stuff. Keep going back to the same buttons.
Like, imagine that's what we all trying to do, open heart surgery. I be sweating like a mug.
Oh, that is crazy in the Telegram. Stop playing. I can't. Yeah, I know life is a little different for me, but that's okay. I think, like I say, you gotta be happy, you gotta laugh, and I had a good laugh. This is hilarious. I tell you, life is not too bad, though, in all seriousness, man. It's pretty cool living with a man. Ain't no drama, ain't nobody arguing. I told him, I said, for the first time, I actually can get some kind of peace. When you live in a house with a bunch of women, not all, but some, a lot of arguing. I don't deal with that with dudes. It's like, oh, you want to go to the car races? He'll go. Not, oh, I don't want to go out there. Oh my God, it's hot. I don't have to deal with that with a man. You know what I mean? If I want to go amping, you know what I mean? Dudes generally will do that. And that's why I like, with living around men, because they're masculine. I want to be around masculinity every day. In my life, I've never fit in being feminine. And that's another reason that I like being around men, because they're generally not feminine, and I don't have to worry about trying to be something I don't, fit into, And my man is happy with that, because he ain't finna be behind me no dresses and all that, and I don't want him, and he don't care. He's like, it's your money, you can buy whatever you want. Deal. Cool. That's how I live my life.
Buy you some more helmets. Buy some football pads.
That's what we do. Buy everything I want to today. You want to
in all seriousness, right, ladies, I think the moral of the story, right, is at the end of the day, like, nah.
Happy wife, happy life.
Nah. I think there is, I think we gotta label a new term called hetero homo, right? It's like, I think there's a lot of men out here who want to be with